I'm Lunar Crossing, and this is the second video of Scarlet Hollow. I am continuing directly from the previous video recording, just so that I have this as backup. I would like to record in batches, I think. But for right now, I'm going to start that 5-minute timer, and I'm personally going to use that 5 minutes to actually get up and do my own things, such as the dishwasher and check on the dogs. And then I will be right back within that time. Till then, listen to that spooky wookie music. Okay, so I'm back from doing my chores. And look at that. It took me 3 minutes just to put those dishes away and to check on dogs. So it really does just take less than you think to sometimes do some tasks and chores. I'm almost really hesitant to post these videos because I know, like, all beginnings are awkward. And I'm really trying to take one of my favorite YouTubers' advice to heart. His name is Big Gaming 64, and he literally encourages me, without him even knowing, he's encouraged me to do these videos. And he did say that it's hard to find your thing right away, and it's just the effort of trying and then getting into a groove of it. So here's me trying and getting into a groove of it. I think too, it's important to try new things and to challenge yourself, because then you're not left with wondering if you were going to be able to do it or not. And sometimes there is comfort in knowing that you don't know, in knowing that you will not fail or you will not succeed in something. I think when I was younger, I used it as a way to protect myself from disappointment. Like, I can't be disappointed if I never try. But what ended up happening for me is I end up just collecting a lot of these things that I wanted to use and or like ideas that I wanted to explore and then not use any of them. And I don't know, part of me it made me really more sad to not do anything. And I've actually gotten a lot more joy in my life in at least trying something new, or at least trying. Because then it kind of tells me, okay, I can do this, or it tells me, you know what, that wasn't for me. Because sometimes you can only discover what you like and you dislike when you try it. And then speaking of, our time is up. So now we are going to go back to the game. And we are playing as Lilac. Now, I'm not sure if many people do just jump in on random videos of people's games. I know I do. Just because I like to see new people, and that's actually how I stumbled across Big Gaming 64. Is I would just watch random YouTubers on YouTube. Maybe they're in the middle of a series, maybe it's like one of their first videos, or like their 15th video or whatever. And then I would try something new. And if I liked it, then I just kept with it. If I didn't like it, like the person, I just didn't watch any more of their videos, you know? Okay, I'm starting the timer for 25 minutes. Don't expect to see much of me. Alright, where are you going? Wait, where are you going? To work. Someone has to pay the bills around here. Are you sure you're okay? Hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine, I just need to get back to work. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who's come before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and consideration, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Oh yeah, that is a grumpy Tabitha. Hashtag girl boss. Damn, I can't believe you're only in your 20s and already riding a coal mine. Talk about hashtag girl boss. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing to your name, Lilac. Any other insane question before I leave? Are you sure you can't take the day off? It's a special occasion. Your cousin's in town. No, some of us have responsibilities. Oh, let's see. Okay, I'll drop it. Sorry, I'll drop it. Thank you. I'll see you later tonight. Go into town, stay here, do whatever you want. Just stay out of trouble. What am I supposed to do while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now that doesn't include figuring out activities for you to occupy your time with. I'm not your babysitter. Why don't you, I don't know, go walk around the town or something until you get tired? There's historic buildings to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Okay, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Well, let's see. There's a lot that needs to be done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you, in this sprawling, decrepit estate. A jelly sandwich sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day, and the only thing louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A jelly sandwich sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen to craft a beautiful jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Approach Frou-Frou. The cat hisses at you as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. I'm gonna try petting you again. You put out your hand and attempt to pet Frou-Frou. She bites you viciously. Honestly, what were you expecting? The cat emits a low growl as you cautiously back away. Oh, what's in the fridge? As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it, a separate handwriting, are the words, okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. And I'm going to hide the HUD just so you see this beautiful fridge. There's some carrots, some milk, 2% milk with a cow with big old lips, old takeout box, some jelly, some choco banana chunk, ice cream and mayo, and a whole lot of butter and a mystery drink. I'm gonna just go ahead and take the jelly. You reach for one of the open jars of jelly, grape jelly, carefully checking the expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief and you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen that Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some bread. Better close this fridge and keep looking. And I'm going to close this fridge and keep looking. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search the pantry. Oh, shoot. Dead mouse. Right here. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Take bread. You pick up one of the non-molding loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. The only thing you need now are a plate and a knife. Take peanut butter. Death in a jar, and 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches to boot. And we're going to examine her mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. Can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Put it back. Staying away from mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she always seems not to like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Close the pantry. You close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Search the cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Examine the mug. Examine that shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearlan, so this wasn't from her 50th. From one of the few stories we've heard about your mom, Pearlan wasn't the type to have kitsy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make yourself a jelly sandwich. Time to get to work. You close the cabinet and the rest of the kitchen. I'm actually, before I make that jelly sandwich, I'm gonna go check out the garden. The garden was reclaimed by wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore the garden. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Am I not going to use the restroom in the garden? Okay. Guess not. Not today. I'm gonna make that jelly sandwich. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you've successfully combined your two ingredients to make a jelly sandwich. Congratulations! A small amount of protein awaits. But you'll need more than these meager offerings to sustain yourself in the coming days. A job well done. All that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies before you. Well, I'm done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? You know that forbidden wing of the estate? Let's go there. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the forbidden wing of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. But we're street smart, an insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. Hello, hello, it's all mine now. As the lock falls, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what once have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano from another room. The forbidden wing is yours to explore. I'm enjoying that. That's fine. I live here now. You see, that was Tabitha's mistake, is that she let me into her house, and now I live here. Oh, Tabitha! That was her mistake. Sorry, I was just like thinking about like the really ridiculous voice I gave Lilac, which is kind of like a very like it draws out a lot of the vowels. It sounds like really like I don't know what is this, like snobbish? You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. It's clear that this chaos of nature is doing its best to reclaim this place. Years of detritus have piled here like gathering leaves, and the tiled floor has been torn apart, destroying the order that once made this place beautiful. The piano before you is heard from the outside the ballroom. The piano you heard from outside the ballroom has grown louder. Whatever it is, it's nearby. Maybe it's just a self-playing model, or maybe you're not as alone here as you thought. I'm going to examine that painting at the far wall. You make your way over to the painting covering the far wall. It is a family tree. Angry scratches covered the space where your mother should be. I'm going to hide the UI so you can get a good look at all of that. There's a Scarlet right down here that didn't survive past babyhood, which is kind of sad. And look at this little offshoot over here. That's pretty cool. You make your way over to the painting covering the far wall. It's a family tree. Oh yeah, and then your mom is right over here, all scratched out, and then that's poor Anne, and then Tabitha right up there. So it was updated until recently. Let's figure out where that piano is coming from. As far as you can tell, there are 3 exits to the ballroom. There is, of course, the door you came through, and on your far right is a door and a broken floor, a dead end. Across from the room where you entered is the third and final exit, a glass doorway you can just barely make out from behind a pile of broken furniture. You move to investigate it more closely. As you approach, the playing grows clearer. Without a doubt, the piano is behind this door. Powerful build. Clear the furniture blocking the doorway. Fuck your furniture. Fuck that. The pile of furniture blocking the doorway weighs a considerable amount, and it's safe to say that most people would be unable to move it on their own. Powerful build, but you aren't most people though, and with a bit of muscle, you clear it off to the side. As you move the final piece out of your way, the playing stops, as if aware of your efforts. I'm going. Enter. Oh shit, what the fuck? You see those glowing eyes over there? This is pretty cool. I've entered the Forbidden Wing, but I haven't entered it this way, so it's kind of cool to see those glowing eyes. As you step through the door, something slips through your periphery and into the shadows. You lock eyes with it as it lingers in the doorway at the far side of the room, the two of you separated by a cavernous gash in the floor. Who are you? It's gone. Your words hang in the air as the presence slips deeper into the state. Okay, well, I'm gone. Clearly, that could have been anything. Whatever it was you had just encountered leaves you wondering just how much longer you should even stay in the estate on your own. Might as well settle into my room. Now that your cousin's gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance of your room. Wouldn't it be great if I just, like, looked out the window? You only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. You owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go pull out the weeds, chop the trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once that was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which, of course, would have little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you definitely do that, just not right now. Mostly because this is Tabitha's house. But she did make the mistake of inviting me inside. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap in this place, even though I just saw a guy. You immediately collapse into the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. A small cloud of dust raises from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might as well have been around the sea at the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Uh, let's check the closet. Creepy doll. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in there. Pick up the doll. Yes, of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up and examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandria. No need to carry that around with you. No need to carry this around with you. And then we'll put our clothes away. Oh, you drag your suitcase up the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. I'm gonna put the clothes on top of the opossum. The poor thing looks cold in there, you think to yourself. You lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them like a little nest, and it closes its mouth, somewhat more at ease than before. It looks out with you with shiny black eyes. You close the drawer, satisfied with your job well done. Alright, that's enough. I don't care for that painting. It doesn't seem there's much else for you to do here right now. Might as well head back. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than just head out and explore the town. So you do just that. I wanted to hide that HUD so you can look at this beautiful art. Now I am always blown away with Black Tabby games and like their background and their art. Even their writing is just fantastic. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would just have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you can wipe the slate clean between the two of you and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Going down the bat path. It's really pretty out here. Is that pretty? Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy called it on the bus, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder. Yes, you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Puppy! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Oh my god, I pet the dog. You reach out and scratch pet Gretchen behind her ears. Her fur is soft and warm, and she wheezes excitedly, digging her little nose into your palm and licking your hand. Aw, I'm so glad you two are getting along. Isn't she the cutest? No, how energetic she gets. You never know she's 17. That's a maze. That's too old for a pug. Are you sure her quality of life is still, good enough? Definitely. I mean, you just saw her tearing up the turf. she's as spry as she's ever been. I'm hopeful that she'll live long enough. Wow. Take a breath. Remind yourself you can do it. Because that's the thing about life is you always have chances as long as you're alive. Definitely. I mean, you saw her tearing up the turf. She's as spry as she's ever been. Hopefully, I'm hopeful she'll live long enough to beat the current record holder for the world's oldest pug. I bet you can make it to 19, don't you, Gretch? Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Hey, I'm sorry. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot here. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Oh my god. It's not often I see a strange face. It's not often I see a strange face up here in the holler. Every now and then, there's a new crop of cool folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Blush to the cheeks. You aren't in town for like the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Street smart. I wouldn't be caught dead at a funeral, honey. Very funny, but I recognize those sunken eyes and the rigid cheekbones anywhere. That Scarlet blood runs thick. He must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to a town for a funeral. How should she know that? To be honest, I've been worried about her all alone in that big house. Sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine having that going places. Cute, right? She did it back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. Is she always so, rough around the edges? Yep, that's Tabby for you. I wouldn't take it too personally. I'm not even sure what it says about her state of mind, but... Oh, wait. I'm not even sure what it says about her state of mind that she still is her same old grumpy self. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying here, even though she'd probably never admit it. How long have you known her? How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everyone's known everybody else for as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I calm down. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of Summer. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than just a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit at the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, and if you just got into town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for some coffee. They got some amazing biscuits, my treat. Biscuits. I think I'm just gonna wander for a while. Thanks for the offer, though. Okay, you're sure you're missing out, though. But I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. Don't be a stranger. The two continue up on the road, leaving you to your business. We're gonna go to the general store. You wander into the quaint general store. The country ambience clashes terribly with the goth woman behind the counter, who has been eyeing you with something between curiosity and dawning horror. Oh my god. She was clearly trying to say it quietly, but you of course heard her. You're the only two people here. Street smart, your reputation once again seems to precede you. That surprised look on her face is a look of recognition. I'm going to talk to her. Hi, are you looking for something in particular? Street smart, so everyone in this town already knows who I am, huh? Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. It was just surprising to see you here. Nobody thought you were actually gonna show up. It's like Bigfoot just walked in. I'm Kanika, and I already know what you like. Oh my god. And I already know that you're Lilac. Everyone in this town is so friendly. I just met this girl, Stella, the Stella girl on the street, and she offered me to buy me a biscuit. Oh, you already met Stella. Great. She's much better at welcoming me than I am. You probably should have taken her up on the biscuit, though. That diner makes them like you wouldn't believe. Those things spoiled me on biscuits forever, and anything outside the holler just doesn't measure up. How did you get away with fashion like that in a rural southern town? What? Are they gonna try me for witchcraft? Sure, I get weird looks sometimes, and there are definitely some ladies in town who have made it their job to save my soul. But there are way too many hippies in these hills for most people to be concerned about what I am wearing. And my mom's the queen hippie, so I'm probably the least witchy person I know. Everyone my mom talks to might as well be wearing a pointy hat and carrying a broom. So, you know Stella? Yeah, I know Stella. We're the same age, which is a pretty big deal when you live in a town this size. We went to school together from K to 12. Tabitha was there too for a year ahead of us. Not that a year gives you any distance in a town that small. Anyway, Stella probably is the coolest person in the town. She's a YouTuber, and she's getting pretty big too. You might have seen some of her videos if you're into creepy stuff. It's mostly her running around in the woods looking for fake animals, which she doesn't find, but it's got a great found footage appeal to it. Even though I don't quite believe in that stuff, every episode gets me wondering if this is the one that she finds something weird out there. What do you think of Tabitha? So what do you think of Tabitha? It depends. Are you guys friends? Street smart. I take it you're not. Was I that obvious? We have history. Lots of families in small towns like this wind up with history. That's just how it goes. Plus, she's rude, so we usually try to avoid each other. She does her shopping online, and I don't have to keep crates of off-brand mac and cheese in the back for her. Everybody's happy. If I were you, I'd be careful about getting too friendly with her, by the way. If you knew the kind of things that she and poor Leanne were always saying about you, I doubt you want to spend too much time with her either. My aunt used to talk about me. What did she say? If you really want to know, that you and your mom were stuck-up city people who thought you were better than the town, that your mom was for having you out of wedlock. It's good that your mom left because she was going to drink away the family fortune. She would just say anything. I never believed a word of it because I heard what she always said about my family too, and I knew nothing that came out of her mouth was worth anyone's time. So I think most people in town knew that too. However, Tabitha is not most people. I'm sure she believed it all. I don't envy you having to spend the whole week with somebody who thinks so poorly of you. She's just generally difficult to be around anyway. I should probably buy something while I'm here. Oh, sure. Beverage. You grab a soft drink from the fridge and take it to the counter. That'll be $2, Lilac. So what's there to do in town? I have a lot of time to kill. Well, if you're looking for something exciting to do, you definitely came to the wrong place. The only restaurant we have here is the diner, and the only real place to hang out is probably the library. There's the gas station, for what it's worth. And there's the reservoir, but it's not exactly a place you want to go. It's a dive that's always full of miners. I'm pretty sure someone at the diner is throwing a party this weekend in case you wanted to go hang out with a bunch of strangers the day before the funeral. If I were you, I would just wait the week out, read a book, and hope the days pass quickly, then go back to your life and forget you were ever here. It doesn't sound like you're very fond of this place. No, I'm not. I've been here long enough for a lifetime. But getting out is always easier than getting. Easier said than done. I should pay before I forget. Probably important. You hand Kanika a 5 and she returns 3 ragged singles. As in custom, the beverage is now yours. Thanks for the beverage. Oh, you know what? Fairly well, fair maiden. What did you say? Is that how they talk like in Bloomerville these days? Fairly well yourself. Have a good one, Lilac. And you find yourself back on the empty street outside. I'm gonna go to that town hall. Oh wait. We'll go to the town hall next time. Because I am out of time. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, and catch you next time.